place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Tonight we finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Green Bay Packers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And some room to work. There he goes, left side. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Packers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Again, it's Jones. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
The Packers at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. And the slot man goes in motion left. On second and 11 now. Rodgers.
This one swung out here to Jones.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. To throw, it's Rodgers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on second and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on third.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Gano's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And the slot man goes in motion left. And here's Jones again on second down. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Herbert on first down now. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. After 7-3 the score. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. With 3rd down coming up.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to get the football back at their own 17. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
2nd down, another shot for Jones.
And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line.
98 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. From the gun on third down, Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. That's Neal. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Right back to Spiller on 2nd down. They find some open field here. There's the stiff arm. That one 28 yards on the ground. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. On 2nd down, Spiller looking for space. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Herbert now. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Touchdown! Mike Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year, and the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 10-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And the tight end goes in motion left. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile.
And this will be a Packers first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
3rd and inches, just turn around and hand it to the big guy and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out. So this will go only as incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill it for a loss.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. On the return, Hardy. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And leading 10-7, they may just want to get this to the locker room. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett, 39 yards. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Gano the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Give them a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Hey, you walk over here.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 30 yards.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Herbert off of play action. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Hey, you block over here.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll go again to Jones. And some space here. And they will finally drag him down at the Chargers' 38-yard line. 151 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Now Jones, and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones with career touchdown number 70. And the Packers have got it back to within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Charger drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Kenny Clark able to drop in that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Under pressure, they got him again. Devontae Wyatt, his 2nd sack of the night.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, and somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking the lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough, and it'll be 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. In his own end zone, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. In the end zone, it's a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush.
And a loose football. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On play action. Now Rodgers. Rolling to his right. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tonyan. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Charger drive about to get going. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
The Chargers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Here's Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Taken right around the 44. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Jones.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Up the middle, Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
190 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
I was used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher. And all night long, he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now. A huge 3rd down conversion. A give to Jones. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. The give is to Jones. Oh, no, he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. He's now lost fumbles in back-to-back weeks. And, of course, you remember last week's game, such a close affair. That hurt him.
Hurt him in a big way, and it is so key to take care of the ball because, remember, the team making the fewest mistakes usually wins the game. So you got to take care of the ball, lock it away, high and tight, as you often hear from running back coaches. 4 points of pressure, fingertips, forearm, biceps, sternum, or chest. Put it away.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Right back to Spiller on 2nd down. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Herbert. Got his man. It's Williams. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
A Charger first there as Herbert finds Williams.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Finding Williams once more, complete. Touchdown, L.A.
Mike Williams
with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Chargers use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
Important extra point up and through, and it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Rodgers to throw. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Allen Lazard, 69 yards. And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers in your fly.
Oh, this is blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. The Charger drive about to get going. And checking the timeouts, they do have two defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
To throw is Rodgers. Pass complete, Tunyon. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now Rodgers. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Neal. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Back to throw, Rodgers. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Hey, take 26.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Nasir Adderley.
And the Chargers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game